As you know, a terrace is a fully open or partially closed structure for outdoor recreation. This platform can have a roof, a light canopy, or remain without protection from precipitation. In addition, the terrace can be attached to the house or located separately from the main building. The main difference between the terrace and the veranda is the absence of capital walls and glazing. At the moment, you can choose a lot of projects and ready-made works on the internet, so that every homeowner can choose a solution that he or she likes. Terraces with a barbecue area are especially popular because outdoor barbecue is practical and safe during operation. In addition, you can gather all friends or relatives at a table on the terrace. How to properly organize a terrace with a barbecue area? Let's figure it out with us. In order for an open-type building to be not only reliable and durable but also functional, you need to make a high-quality project. This can be done only when determining the correct proportions. For example, the terrace area should be such that a stationary barbecue oven, chairs, and a large table can easily fit here. In this regard, the minimum area of the outdoor terrace should be about 10 square meters. As for the exit, it can be both from the street and from the house, thanks to which it will be possible to quickly move between the barbecue and the kitchen. When installing the oven, it is important to position it so that during cooking the smoke does not go to the vacationers inside the terrace. To do this, you need to separate the furnace or extend the pipe. Recently, models with sliding walls made of fabric, glass or metal have been particularly popular so that the terrace can be transformed into a veranda. Spring and summer mean returning to outdoor living, but unfortunately, that means you don't get the same privacy as indoor living. Living in the beautiful chaos of any big city is amazing, but realistically, it involves sacrificing a little bit of your privacy. Even in the suburbs, you can run into issues with communal porches and shared backyards. Adding privacy plans, a privacy screen, fence, or wall of some kind is a great way to offer both yourself and your neighbors a little bit of extra home space outside. You don't necessarily have to break the bank to create an awesome privacy feature. We scoped out some of the most affordable and aesthetic options to turn your patio into a bit more of a personal escape. Creating a modern wooden fence wall can help you achieve a private patio feel in an otherwise open area. If you're handy with a skill saw or know someone who is, this can easily be a weekend project that transforms your outdoor space for years to come. Additionally, if you choose to build the privacy fence wall yourself, you can customize the size to fit a balcony or specific backyard space. Retaining walls for a slope site. Very effective and at the same time necessary engineering structures at different levels are retaining walls. Retaining walls are also raised from masonry. Natural stone masonry is the right compromise between strength and aesthetics. Do not use limestone, it breaks down too easily. Natural stone in the exterior looks monumental. The most profitable solution without redeveloping the level of the site will be the use of steps in landscape design. Steps made of natural stone will easily fit into any exterior and will be able to connect all levels of the garden. The most interesting thing is that when terracing, the steps will be used everywhere, but taking into account the use of retaining walls, they will acquire an artificial straight shape. What tracks are better to lay out? Garden paths are essential for every garden, regardless of its layout. Beautiful winding paths made of natural stone, brick paving slabs, clinker paving stones will only add beauty to the garden and perfectly connect all the existing zones of the summer cottage with each other. Wooden floorings, slightly sanded or untreated at all, look especially original. The wooden board is protected from decay by terracing with special substances. Beautiful rustic backyard ideas. Gather around the fireplace. It is barely a surprise that in most rustic backyards, it is the fireplace that sits at the heart of it all. This brings back memories of camping in the woods and is a perfect place for everyone in the family to come together after a long, hard day. A few marshmallows, drinks, and wonderful stories about past adventures is the perfect way to spend the many evenings as festive season rolls in. In the rustic garden or backyard, It is stone that often provides the base for your fireplace with greenery all around. If you happen to have a wonderful view to take in as you sit there and relax, then even better. It is the landscape and the scenery that do most of the work here. Natural water features. Natural ponds and tranquil pools are the perfect way to complete the rustic backyard. If you happen to be blessed with an expansive backyard, then you can combine these ponds with a waterfall or another similar feature to add something even more special to the setting. Flowing water has a certain calming ability about it, and the sound that it adds to the backyard definitely brings positivity to the backyard. Not every backyard can hold water features that are as impressive as the gardens below, but you can still draw ample inspiration from them and scale things down to suit your own modern backyard. Shade, sheds and greenery. Not every backyard is the same, and while some of us want just a small sitting area next to the pool or water feature with a fire pit and a few comfortable chairs, others might want a more expansive sitting space with shade. Pergolas covered in greenery bring a certain dreamy charm to the backyard and ensure that it has a fabulous focal point. Small sheds at the end of this backyard can serve as your bedrooms while on a staycation, and an outdoor kitchen can complete this setting. Stone and wood are the preferred materials here when compared to glass and more polished, man-made finishes. The gardener is extremely fortunate if he got a perfect flat area without a slope. Unfortunately, this is not common. What to do if the cottage is located on a hillside? Do not despair. This is a way out. It is worth starting with the fact that some gardeners just dream of a summer house located on a slope. They can be used to bring to life such design solutions at multi-level areas which the common man in the street never dreamed of. Why is this seemingly unprofitable land so appealing to clever landscape designers? The fact is that on a plot of a different level type, several types of landscape can be recreated, moreover, successfully combining them. For example, a waterfall with a pond, rockery or rock garden, steps and terraces, paths and fountains. Combining the incongruous in nature is the beauty of such solutions. Rules for landscape design on a site with a slope. For an uneven area, the alpine version of landscape design, specially designed for mountainous terrain, is perfectly suited. The main feature of this area is the widespread use of boulders and large stones, both artificial and natural, as well as the planting of the maximum number of plants of all sizes and colors. With the help of such a simple tool, several tasks are solved at once. The slope is strengthened, snow is retrained, which contributes to the natural moisturing the soil in spring when active saps flow, and a set of green mass must be provided with a large amount of water in the soil. The garden plot takes on a spectacular and sophisticated look. When creating terraces and separately allocated zones, it is imperative to take into account their purpose as well as the direction of the slope relative to the cardinal points. The general principle is as follows. The width of the terrace can be from 0.8 to 6 meters, the height from 0.7 to 2 meters. For beds with low growing vegetation, it is better to make narrower terraces with small drops. They're easier to strengthen. But to place a gazebo, a recreation area, a summer kitchen, or a residential building, of course, a larger area is needed. As for the direction of the slope, it is important for assessing the degree of illumination of the zone. For example, on the eastern slope, it is better to plant those crops that need protection from bright sunlight. On the southern one, on the contrary, are the most light-loving and drought-resistant plants. The northern slope is suitable for decorating a shady composition of tall trees, under which you can place a bench or a children's playground. In addition, when arranging an uneven land plot, it is important to adhere to the following rules. Stones can be laid in regular bulk or using a binder solution. The first option is cheaper but less reliable. Therefore, when using it, all voids must be densely covered with a mixture of earth and lawn grass seeds in order to further strengthen the structure. Wood is not very suitable for arranging uneven areas, since such a material does not withstand loads well and moreover requires constant maintenance, and with difficult terrain it is much more difficult to provide it. The retraining material for strengthening the terraces is selected taking into account the height difference. The concrete wall can withstand the support up to a height of 3 meters, while when using bricks, this limit is reduced to 0.7 meters. Brick is also very popular. Clinker masonry can be sparse or depth. This material allows you to erect walls of any configuration, winding and zigzag shapes. Paths are a connecting link for outbuildings and a means of convenient movement around the site. The layout of the paths can give the site a walking character or an active, energetic mood. The winding path visually expands the site. Landscaping is the most important component of landscape design. Planting sites, their size, varieties, and types are determined based on the requests of the landowner. Compositional arrangement. The style of the site sets the tone for lawns and flower beds.